Everyone talks about the bugga to bugga to bugga to bugga to bugga to bugga to.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Synced Up podcast. We are back in the fan seat. We're watching drum corps today. It's summertime. Feels good to watch some drum corps. And, in the fan seat, we're just here to appreciate. There's so much critical, analysis of drum lines. And, everybody wants to do their best. But we're here to give some extra praise to some amazing performers and, and arrangers. And the whole production team who put together some amazing bass drum moments today in particular. So again, I'm Dan Twyford. I'm the sales manager here at Synced Up. I marched in the Cavaliers back in the day and the Reading Buccaneers as a snare drummer, but I'm joined by a proper bass drummer today. I'm joined by
Geoff Watkins. I'm the audio cart production manager here at Synced Up. I marched in the Blue Coats and the Blue Stars and Mystique in the 2010s era. I've taught Mystique since 2014, and we're here to watch some bass lines.
I love it. Well, awesome. This just to preface, this is Geoff's faves list that he put together, and it's going to be some heat, right? But I also know that everybody watching is going to have their own baseline favorites that maybe we miss. So I just invite you, pop in the comments, let us know what we missed. If we commit any egregious sins of missing your favorite baseline, go ahead and let us know, and maybe we'll do a follow-up episode and give the proper appreciation to those lines as well.
Yeah, it's not a comprehensive list.
That's right.
There's many, many, many bass lines we could have picked.
Absolutely.
But we're narrowing it down to these few, and honestly, we're limited by the times and the technology and the videos that are available. We'd love to watch some 89 cadets, but if you guys know about any YouTube clips, we're all ears.
Right, yeah.
Love to hear those rolls.
Your great classic clips, everything we miss, go ahead. But if you're watching, strap in. Time for some good bass line. We're going to split it up. So, Geoff, why don't you dive in? Let's check out clip number 1.
Sure, yeah, we're kicking it off here. It's 2008. This is the Blue Coats. Yeah, let's check it out.
Extended phrase.
Yeah, what I love about this, obviously, we're going through the years. We're gonna see massive evolution in the bass drum literature at large, and these guys in 2008 were really, really breaking ground, playing these notes, and what I love is they have their moment. This is Boogadah's on display, for one of the first times, so prominently, and they keep going. Everyone talks about the bugga to bugga to bugga to bugga to bugga to bugga to, but the rest of the battery comes in and they're just ripping over the top.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I really like though, and I'm not a perfect drum corps historian by any means, but this was special, and I competed against this show that summer and would be listening from outside of the stands to see if it hit, and it almost always did, and the crowd freaking loved it. But this was a featured moment in the show where the programming, this was the moment, the whole corps served it up, and not just they gave the bass line some good drill to wander into the front and wander, it wasn't like that. Go back and watch the show. You'll see, it's a whole setup with this is the moment happening. And I think that was really, really cool to stop the whole show and just let it be about the bass line.
Yeah, for sure. Super, super uncommon, especially for the times. But yeah, let's keep rolling. Let's run that back one more time. Boogadah's is coming off a 3. Moving the downbeats. The split singles.
incredible.
And then, yeah, like you're
snare.
saying,
the whole drum line was fire as well.
Oh, and we need
Is this
to,
that core on the field? I see we're at Indiana University, which is where finals was.
Yeah, this is the finals clip. We can see it in action.
Yes, I will hold them back this time. Show me what you got.
Setting the stage. Here they go.
Yeah, iconic bass drum moment. Really, when we talked about doing this episode, it was the first one that came to mind for me.
Yeah, honestly, same. Had to be in there. And
Yep.
and it's just it makes a lot of sense, knowing where we're going with the chronology that those guys really paved the way in a huge way.
Yeah. So these are chronological clips.
These all
Okay.
go in order.
Oh, I love it. We're gonna move through time.
We're jumping ahead. This is the 2013.
Yeah. All right. 2013 Cadets baseline. Let's do it.
These guys are ripping.
Oh yeah.
Space with no clicks.
Are you kidding me?
Diddle
It's like
quality.
they all have snare hands.
Yeah.
Like what?
on the 20, on the 22, on the 24, on the 26.
Right. 26. Run that back. Let's go.
I like how they people used to always ask the cadets if all their drums were the same size, because it's just 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches until you get to bottom 20, 22, 24, 26, 30,
Yeah.
and but they're reefed.
No, it sounds so great, and the foam on the outside, the approach to the drum feels the exact same from player to player. The dynamics, the buzz rolls. There's a little buzz roll moment in there that's like particularly great.
Yeah, the buzzes to the edge. The diddle quality just down the drums, seamless. And the thing that's most impressive to me about this video is that no one is clapping for them. There's no stick clicks. There's no metronome. There's no upper battery to play with. And
And there's a drum line right back there making noise, and all around them in finals live.
yeah, all kinds of distractions, and they're just stone cold with it. Yeah, it's a little bit of a phenomenon for those of you at home who are maybe not as familiar with bass drum culture and literature. It's not common for bass lines to play by themselves. It's a unique challenge given that not any one person is in charge of tempo the way a center snare or a center quad can say to the rest of their section, like, hey, we're a little bit behind, we need to drive, we need to play faster, by just playing faster. But bass 3 can't do that. If you're
Right.
any one of these guys and you're trying to make a decision for the greater good, maybe you can really throw a wrench in the mix and just kind of send question marks around to your friends. So
Right.
it takes a really in tune kind of hive mind to be able to control tempo with no outside source. So it's not uncommon for bass subs, when you get into that lot situation, to be a level below what you maybe hoped or what they're about to bring to the full battery, with just a little bit more confidence from the tempo
support.
control. Yeah.
Right.
But these guys are
Marking
making
time.
it look easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in the grass.
Phenomenal.
Should we go again?
Yeah, we gotta ride that ride
Get
again.
one more. Give me those buzzes. Tasty space, yeah.
Nobody plays jump da-dum da-dum better than these lines. Yeah, oof.
Big buzz. Balanced diddle quality. Yeah, and I think these guys catch a lot of heat for the foam on the outside. I mean, we're going, more and more and more away from that type of sound. But it's still tried and true. The groups that are still putting that gray foam on the outside of the drums, you can hear them no problem in the dome.
Especially, and that's the whole thing is like, don't choose your sound based on what it sounds like 5 feet in front of them. When it's an instrument,
right.
The whole instrument, the good people at Yamaha for that instrument designed that to go far. Don't judge it from 2 feet away.
Yeah, and it's a solo instrument. That's the thing that I've always found so cool about being in a bass line is you're the only one who plays your part. Mm-hmm. So for my individual sound, or any one of their sounds to reach the top of the stands where the effect, the music judges are sitting and the effect judges, like, that's a big deal.
Right.
That's a big voice to be.
It's like the 5 bass drummers, the timpanist.
Yeah.
I'm starting to run out.
That's
maybe the Xylo.
Right. Yeah. Xylo Glock.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Well, great pick. Now we're moving forward.
So we're moving forward. Yeah.
Yep.
We're moving ahead a couple years. This is 2016 Blue Coats coming in with a file already.
Love the projection.
Yeah, and the way they support the brass is great. I love these little split rim clicks. Mm-hmm.
Great feature.
Yeah, again, just making it look easy. Yeah, and it's a phenomenon too in the bass drum world where you don't often hear the best on the recording. The lower frequencies don't get picked up by the mics as much as they would in person.
Right.
So it's pretty common, if you're sharing your bass line video from the summer, like, make sure you're listening on good speakers or make sure you got some good headphones on.
Yeah.
So to hear how those drums are speaking in that big closed room, you can only imagine what it sounded like in person.
Yeah, it
Drums
sounds
sound great.
correct with the horns and with the whole thing. Like, it's just right.
Yeah, really just responsible writing,
Yeah.
Given the comp for the percussion score, but also supporting, the rest of the ensemble, which checks way more boxes on the sheet, frankly, than just the drum score.
Yeah. And props to even the visual design coming in there too, coming in like 2 inconspicuous files, and then all of a sudden it just gets visually more exciting. The notes get more exciting, and they
break it out.
Yeah.
The 360 spin into the arc.
They do make it look easy.
Yeah, it's great.
Try it. Pick a drum. Try it.
So let's check it out. Let's go to, this is a rehearsal video, so we can
Same
hear
feature?
we can hear a little bit better. Same beats. I believe this is early season. Such tasty zone work. Yeah, what you don't really hear in the full ensemble video is those clicks. They're
Right.
splitting singles on the rim and on the drum in unison, trading it around.
I could hear the movement in the
Yeah,
part,
it's
which is cool. Yeah, dang, good job, baseline.
Yeah, that's easily one of the greats. And I think one of the things that I notice as we go, through the years, closer and closer to the present, where the music that these guys are playing is so much more advanced than the bass break of 8 years before this was breaking ground with dotted eighth note 16ths singles, and these guys are splitting way denser rhythms than that even.
but it still felt readable. It felt supportive and readable on the field. And even as a judge, I would have a hard time not saying the same thing.
Yeah, bass.
Like, yeah, say it. Yeah, bass.
That's what we want. That's what we want to hear.
Cool. Well, who do we got next?
Next up, we've got this is Vanguard.
Love this bass.
This is
line.
2018, the
Yes.
Babylon year.
Yep. Lucky enough to see this one live, but they sound good.
Tasty unison ostinato. Roll quality. Singles. Ooh. Sweet Viz.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Tell them.
I love watching. Yeah, that one unison
Yeah.
just out of nowhere. I love watching this bottom guy. He's performing to somebody off screen, crushing them.
Just the way these drums are tuned too. It's just such a warm like sonority of. It's beautiful to listen to.
Yeah, that's honestly one of the things that sticks out to me right off the bat with that clip as well. Like the tone quality of the drums
Right.
is so much more prominent than the attack sound of the cadets with the foam on the outside, or even the bluecoats with a different foam on the inside.
Sure.
A different head, I believe. I'm correct me if I'm wrong, people out there in the comments, but I believe Vanguard is playing on a double ply head where
neat.
bluecoats and cadets are on the single ply.
Sure.
So right there alone lends itself to
Less attack, more
a little
right.
bit more kind of overtone, that warmth that you're
Right.
noticing.
I mean, I'm not kidding though. Like you listen to that clip as I have on headphones, and it's like I could curl up and go to sleep in that unison sound. It is a gorgeous bass drum sound.
It's great.
You
Yeah,
know?
it's a little bit lower. I mean, it's
Sure.
so supportive. I mean, the bass drum in general is largely a supportive role. You know, we're setting up the battery. We're trying to make the snares sound a little cleaner if we can. But yeah, it really speaks to those Rennick lines and their philosophy on, you know, what is the role of the instrument in
Right.
the ensemble.
Yeah, I know at least from anything I've heard about his writing is like, you know, that's an instrumental part of the structure of the whole writing is like, what's the bass line going to support first and other things going on top.
Yeah, you don't hear about it enough, in my opinion, where the bass line is the listening point for much of your show. Like they are in the back of the form, whether the snares and quads want to admit that or not. Like they're back there, giving you that foundation.
Yep.
So it's such an asset when you've got that strength to rely on tempo wise. Takes a lot of the guesswork out of the rest of the drum corps.
Right. But silky hands too from that bass line. All of them. Yeah, I'm glad you pointed out that bottom guy. I needed that.
Love that show.
that,
That's such great, just good drum corps that year. They
Right.
really topped it off.
Yep. Well, I see who you've got up here next, and this is a fantastic bass drum line as well from a different.
Yeah, this is just 1 year later. This is 2019, Boston Crusaders. One of my favorites. I was not teaching this summer. I didn't teach any drum corps in 2019, and I remember going to the Murfreesboro show and watching their subs lot and just being so impressed with the consistency of the diddle quality of the shots. The guy on top bass plays some really beautiful shots that are just all the same every time, which I love. It's tough to do on a bass. You've got such a big rim to try to hit in the same spot.
Yeah.
Takes a really high level of precision that is not lost on me.
Yeah. Hey.
Let's check it out. What's up?
Tell me.
Such a great unison sound. got it all.
Right.
Unisons, rolls, fours.
Check patterns that sound better than anything you've ever heard.
Blah, 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 blah. Ooh.
Yeah,
This
phrase.
is gross.
Patience.
Unison diddles. Dynamics.
Can I bring it back to?
Oof.
Can I bring it back to nobody's clicking sticks for that bass line either?
Yeah, same culture.
Yeah,
Those, yeah, they're cut from the same cloth.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, such great playing, and these guys are now teaching the Boston bass line. I mean, it's true for most of these videos, but the guys in the video are now the staff,
Right.
For good reason. But yeah, it's just goes without saying.
Awesome. And I mean, so like, I know we're not diving way into technique differences in this episode here, but like certainly they have a different approach to the drums than the Vanguard clip we just watched.
Totally.
You know,
A little more aggressive, a little more of that attack heavy sound where, I mean, it paints a picture of, what do these groups value? What do they see is the role of that particular bass line? Because really no two are the same.
yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. And the thing that I really want to point out is like, this is not a bass solo. Not a lick of this clip is a bass break in the way that the first one we saw was.
Sure.
But the literature that these guys are playing in support of the battery is not in finger quotes, but with a grain of salt for sure.
Right.
They're supporting the battery with like some serious beef. And it's just so impressive. I'll watch that again.
yeah. Me 3. Flams.
I love that lick.
Yeah.
So smooth. Yeah, just making it look so easy. Just wood and plastic under a tree.
Right.
What more could you want?
It's a beautiful thing. I should have known I was coming here to this episode to get my face melted off like every time.
Yeah, and the thing, like, you hear people talk about, your values and what's important, and we really hit the drum and we like to play loud, and we prioritize flow and touch and smoothness, and like these guys are here showing you like, no, you can have both. You can have it all.
Right.
You can have the world
Yep.
if you put your mind to it.
Well, like all 5 musicians coming together to make one super musician with all of that musicianship that they're all bringing to it. I mean, there's
beautiful
no,
thing.
like in all these clips, those extended rips that have like great phrasing to them. And, I can almost hear the drum corps show in the notes they're playing because
Yeah.
they're so musical.
Yeah, and you can go back and you can see like they fit right into the battery sound. Mm-hmm. They're not sticking out. They have their moments of feature as they should, but But yes, it's not egregious. It's not just notes for notes sake.
Yeah.
You know, it supports the whole package, which I love.
Yep. Beautiful.
So
all right,
we're going on. We're to the modern era. This is 2023 Cavaliers.
Yep.
This is a bass solo. This is an exposed moment. I believe towards the end of their show. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Definitely the most like current beats, I guess you could say in one way, but
yeah, to really drive the point home, like this is the best example I can think of to see how far we've come.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we go back to that 2008 Bluecoats lick that was setting standards and breaking barriers for the time. I mean, that's a warm up for any one of these bass lines now. That bass break is an exercise that
Sure.
they just play in, you know, to warm up first thing in the morning. And then you get these guys playing the super tight lasers coming up and
Right.
split shots around and the hand-to-hands, super trendy. Yeah, so cool. This video is this clip is from a longer video that's minutes and minutes long of just checks, you know, checks upon checks upon checks of this lick. That you can see really how the sausage is made if you go back and
oh, cool. They build their way up
they
to
build
it.
they build it up, and it really speaks to the level of consistency that they have and the process that gets them there. You know, more importantly,
Yeah.
we could do a whole other segment on bass drum fundamentals and, you know, how do you get from day one to this.
Yeah, we're just watching the magic. This
Yeah,
isn't even
this is
how
fancy.
it's made. Yep.
We're just fans today.
Right. Yeah, we are
I'm-
just fans today.
And I'm inspired. I don't know about you. Like,
Me too.
This has been some good stuff.
I know. Can we get like 3 other people and just like get after it? Like we need.
I know, right?
Let's play some splits. Come on.
We can get the ups.
Let's play that one Vanguard unison out of nowhere from a few minutes ago.
I mean, there's nothing like
To the soul.
nothing like one unison out of some rest into some more rest.
Yeah. Oof.
Nothing like it. Call me old fashioned. Nothing like it.
Yep. I'm still feeling it now.
This has been great. Yeah, I could keep watching bass lines.
Is there any more? Was that the last one? Was that the last one for
This is
today?
the last one for today. I
Okay.
mean, there are countless other examples we could have picked. You
Yep.
know, this is just a smattering of the last 15, 20 years or so. Jeez.
Sure. But hey, we'd love to hear anybody who you're really inspired by in the drum corps world. You know, come indoor season, I'm sure we'll get to look into some fun indoor stuff too. But
Yeah, really in the conversation of bass drum literature and content, I think the indoor groups really kind of drove, obviously, these bass lines along with the other trendsetters on in the indoor scene, really got us to where we are today, and it's super impressive.
Right.
I would have loved
Incredible.
to play. The groups are playing all the stuff that we could just, you know, imagine, you know, oh, let's try to split this on the bus, or like, oh, let's try to play this, but we never got to in front of a crowd. I never did.
Yeah.
I feel like I marched kind of right at that breaking point of like really good quality, but like after I aged out is really when and started teaching is
The
when
notes got
things-
virtuosic.
they got crazy,
as far as
yeah.
just like
the
really.
singles all over the place.
Bill
and
Nye the Science Guy started writing for all these lines.
Yeah.
I mean, like really taking it to the level. Well, great. Hey, thank you everybody for joining us today on this episode of The Fan Seat, focused on amazing drum corps bass lines. Again, let us know who you love. Let us know what you think about these clips. Hopefully there were some new ones for you if you haven't checked it out.
classics.
Yeah, not everybody's throwing back to '08, but you know, got to check it out. You got to know. Watch that whole show. Watch a couple of those great drum lines. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for being here. Till then, out.